every year there's a national operating event in ham radio called Field Day. And it's where ham radio operators take their equipment outdoors and operate off generator power or some other power source rather than commercial power. Sometimes it can be solar or battery or wind generators. Some guys even have a bicycle generator they use to make a contact or two. But we're going to have 3 stations here tomorrow. Mine is set up right now. The operation doesn't start until tomorrow afternoon. But we're going to have 2 additional stations come and set up, and the point is to make as many contacts as you can during the 24-hour operating period. Each station's going to have the station owner is going to be the operator, but it's open to other guest operators to come in and set in. If a guest operator comes, we'll have them log in the log so we know who the actual operator is and what their call sign is that actually made the contacts. But all the contacts will be made under my call sign. We're going to have 3 stations that can be on the air at the same time. We'll be on different bands. We can network all the logs, so if somebody makes a contact at one of the other stations, it'll show up on everyone's log. We can look on our log and see what station is on which band, so we can switch bands so we know we're not going on a band that somebody else is on just by checking the network settings in our log. That's also the way you keep track of not making duplicate contacts. You know, I made over 300 contacts last year, so you don't remember each and every contact. So a computer log is almost necessary if you're going to do a serious operation. The computer will tell you if you've worked that station already on that band and mode. There's several ways you get bonus points. One is for making a satellite contact, and we're going to be trying that through the International Space Station in a digital mode called Packet. 2 years ago we were successful, but last year we tried it and didn't get a contact through the space station. The other CW operator, Morse code operator that's coming, he's really into this like I am, so we should do rather well. The other operator that's going to be here, he's into VHF. He likes to work on 6 meters, which is a VHF frequency. And he already has his tower and VHF beam antenna set up. So he's going to be operating a lot on VHF and on some of the other bands too. And he's a pretty good VHF operator, so we expect to have a pretty good score.
K8BZ. K8BZ. K8BZ.
Find me that 40 meter corner. Excuse me. Was you hearing that hash when John was transmitting?
K8BZ. I don't keep
He was looking up a band pass out there, so he wouldn't hear the interference from the other operator.
Oh, is that what it was? Are you getting interference from that?
Again.
I don't hear a lot of 15.
John's on 20. Would you find the 20 meter one and ask
Got it. Thank you. Please copy 3 outlaw conditions.
Oh, I know what it is. HBO.
I thought I just heard Morris. I did.
Well, I have to disconnect this coax. Then I'm going to connect to this analyzer.
You'll notice that it doesn't even list.
Yeah, I noticed it didn't list 15. I guess they figured nobody was going to use that band.
Who's going to use a vertical in 15 years? Well, 80 meters will be open up pretty soon.
Yeah, it won't be long, so we might as well go to that.
We're now way down here to get to that, and somewhere in here.
Go ahead, skip it. Do go 2 turns.
Okay.
.5.
Down,
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. And even you're still 2 to 1 up at 3.7, so that's tunable.
Acceptable.
Yeah.
Yep. And rig tuner will take care of that.
Yep.
All right.
Well, there we go. This band opens about dusk and is open all night. The one that it's tuned for right now. 80 meter band, just 3.5 megahertz.
You're here running the whole show all by yourself? Fun show. Everybody ran off to do something. You went to tune an antenna. These guys decided they had to change a coax or something.
I do not see what you guys are doing. I've been playing radio. Oh, I went through the 40 meter from top to bottom and got a few to talk to us, to me, and so I thought, well, I'll take off, come out here, and then go back and go through 80 or 20, one of the two. Probably
80 should be opening here pretty soon.
Probably mess with 20 though for a while.
You can operate here for a while if you want.
Well, I gotta tell you, my ears are so plugged up from and banged up from listening to the 40 meters. I thought, I better let them off the hook for a little while.
If you change your mind, let us
I
know.
appreciate that. I might.
So our coax for the dipole is bad, and we went to pull the dipole down to look at the connections, make sure they were all good and everything. And somebody spoke to him, and he let go of the rope, and it came right out of the end of the pulley up at the top. So now we have to put the tower down, restring the rope, and switch out the coax.
Oh, I think we got a bad piece of coax, so we're gonna take and swap out the coax and put it back up in the air and see what happens. It's gotta be a bad piece of coax, because I used the antenna at the house and never had a problem with it. So.
Is that fairly lightweight to lower and raise up your antenna on that tower?
Well, I never seen the front of the trailer come off the ground before, but it did.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Are you having pretty good luck at making contacts as it bands open?
Started out good, and then it just fell right off.
Oh, really?
Because of the antenna, do you think, or
Nope, just the conditions. Just the band just does not want to cooperate with us. Just before, a half hour before the field day kicked off, 6 meters, people everywhere. 2 o'clock came, the band went dead.
Huh.
That's why they call it the magic band. 1 minute it's there, next minute it's gone. Abracadabra.
You think it'll get better later on in the evening, or is it?
Lately, yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah.
Probably around about 6 o'clock, it'll start to pick back up.
Okay.
Here we go.
That's a good way to do it, boy. We do ours by hand. With about 4 or 5 guys.
Boy, it's a tough life.
little bit more. Let me slip the pin in.
Well, we got 78 contacts.
Really?
Yep.
Is that good for this far into it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's not bad.
This will probably work a whole lot better now.
Well, it might. It might make a difference. We got to remember, and I forget too, when you change bands.
Good SWR too. Very good.
So that fixed it?
Yeah.
So what were you saying when
It
you?
was real quiet before.
When you change bands, you have to put the right band filter on. That's so we're not interfering with each other. We're still hearing each other a little
It's
bit
amazing
on
I
some
even made a
frequencies.
contact. I made one contact like that.
I just came out to visit, to put a number on and to say I'm here, and then I'm gonna go back to my radio back home.
And have fun.
Yeah, I made probably about 20, 25 contacts before I came out here on 40 meter, and I'm gonna go back and play with 20 and 80 and see what happens. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna play all evening. I just came out to check out, see what's going on.
I have macro files saved in the log program. K8BZ. F2 sends my exchange information to him, and then he'll send his to me.
Here's it, and it's there. Whew. Just hear it, and it's there. You don't. Picking them off and watching out there in Maryland, one after the other.
So they don't have the sense of urgency that you do?
Well, their code speed is down around 15, 17 words a minute.
What's yours? How fast can you?
Well, in the majors, I got two guys calling at once here. So I asked for the K nut. In the typical CW contest with the guys that are really experienced, they're running over 30 words a minute. Tennessee. And they don't waste time repeating call signs, saying thank you, good luck, have a nice day, I hope you're enjoying yourself. They just send the necessary information and go on to the next contact. East New York.
Where was that?
East New York. We needed 3 states, now we only need 2 because he just picked up South Dakota.
What?
So we need Wyoming and Alaska. So could you fly up to Alaska real quick and get on the air?
Quickly.
The best we've had since we've been doing it here is 601 contacts. And we're at 528 right now. So at the rate we're going, we'll have it.
How many hours are left?
Until 5 p.m. We'll probably have it in a couple hours. Probably have the best score ever. I told him we should knock off putting it on social media because I don't want to deal with all the groupies.
You gotta deal with it.
I don't know if you're ready for that kind of fame.
Okay. You guys call. It's Kilowatt 8 Alpha Oscar.
He's just throwing me right in. Right, all right. Kilo 8 Alpha Oscar.
Yep, you don't need those. Give it ring.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now we're going to call him. All you have to do is send that call. K8BZ. You can say K8 Bravo Zulu.
Okay. How do I say it? Where do I say it into?
Right here.
Do I gotta call him?
Yep, just tell him K8BZ.
K8 Bravo Zulu.
Ask him to repeat, and then you have to...
Repeat.
One D space MI. Okay, now you tell him 3 Alpha Michigan.
3 Alpha Michigan.
There you go. Push enter. Log it. There you go.
Yeah. We get
Got a
points.
new member.
What does that mean? I don't know what's going on.
So he's telling 3 Alpha means we have 3 stations, and
Okay.
Alpha means we're all operating off a generator. And this is just where we're located in Michigan.
Okay.
So we've worked all 48 states. We haven't worked Alaska or Wyoming yet.
Wow. You even got Canada?
Oh yeah, lots of Canada.
Holy cow.
Turn around and try to find somebody else.
Jeez. Really? I'm gonna put these on. So I look official.
Can you hear it?
Yep. How do I know if it's somebody different?
You put their call in and push tab, and it'll tell you if it's a duplicate or not.
He sounds like an alien. Sounds like Donald Duck.
Oh, way down that guy right there.
I can't seem to play out the noise. Sorry.
I'm doing
Get
what?
ready to get his call.
What's that?
Get ready to type his.
To take his call?
Yep.
How do I do that?
Just type it in when he's.
Western PA, that's about getting here. Here's November 3 something and you're in Western PA. Want to try one more time?
No, that's the guy he's trying to contact. It'll be a minute, but he's got a good signal, so we'll just wait for him.
Alpha.
Please copy You want me to change? No, change. Hold.
W8
I got
Vector
6s
Yankee.
open, I'd like to see you work them.
Let's check it out.
Let me come over what? That didn't say dupe, so we can work him.
Okay.
We'll Now you can copy his exchange that he's going to give to this guy. And actually, we've worked in before on another band, so it automatically fills it in.
Okay.
So call him.
Call him?
K8 Bravo Zulu.
K8 Bravo Zulu.
Speak right up. There you go. 3 Alpha Mike India.
3 Alpha Mike India.
Okay, I got here 3 Alpha Mike India. Beautiful signal.
You're South Carolina.
Hey, push enter and that'll log it.
All right.
There you go.
Sweet. 2 for 2.
Just made us 8 points.
Yes. That's how we do it. Sure. Oh, okay.
Alpha Bravo 4 station.
No, thumb first.
Oh,
There you go.
so
Okay, Kilo Echo. Very good. Please copy 3.
Make sure you leave a space in between the letters.
okay.
Just do the M, then the A. Now that you're sending a Q because you're not putting a space in between the 2 letters.
Oh, I'm sending a Q.
Yeah, a Q is da 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 da. Now it's the same dits and dashes, but you got to put a space in there so
How
we know
long
when.
does the space have to be?
Well, it's like that. See, this
I
is.
heard a Whiskey Bravo.
What if I'm just
M,
doing it fast though?
Well, you can do it fast,
No, I don't want to just do it.
but you got to leave enough space in there so they can tell when one letter ends before the other one begins. M.
Oh,
T,
okay, I see.
T.
All right, I'm
M,
Delta Alabama. Please copy 3 Alpha Mission.
Okay.
Damn.
That was ma'am.
Well. Oh,
Just tap it with T.
okay.
So you don't have to hold it in for the length of the dash.
Delta station.
There you go.
Hey, there we go.
Do it.
Yeah. How do you do numbers?
Because
A number is, the number 1 is, all numbers are 5 elements long.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so a number 1 is 1 short and 4 longs.
Okay.
Let me slow it down so you can actually hear it. That's still 20 words a minute. We're down to about 13. That's a number 1. The number 2 is 2 shorts. 2 shorts and 3 longs. They're all
Okay.
5 elements long. 3 is 3. 4 is 5. 5 is all 5, and then a 6 starts 1 long and 4 short.
So it goes backwards.
Yep. Then a 7 is 2 long and 3 short. Goes the other way, and then 0 is 5 long. That's a 0.
So if you wanted to do 1,000.
Well, usually they, if it's known that, if it's understood that you're going to be sending numbers, they'll send cut numbers for some of them. So for 0, instead of sending all 5, they'll just send a one long. So if you want to send 1,000, another way they do it is 1K.
Oh, okay.
So if
Yeah, I
I'm
guess
telling
that
them
makes
this radio is an ICOM 7000, so if I'm telling them what kind of radio I got, I'd say IC 7K.
So cool.
But I'm not on there. Really?
Yeah, with 3 different. The first one was on the Columbia space shuttle, and then one was on the Mir Russian space station, and then the last few have been on the International Space Station. The International Space Station has a ham radio digital station on the spacecraft.